Now, I would also tell you, I know that many of you feel like I don't do it enough, and I don't want to discount that. If I responded to every tweet, to everything, that would be all I did. It is a balance for me. How much time I spend responding and how much time I spend actually doing many of my other responsibilities. I'll be the first to tell you, it's a hard balance and I don't always get it right, but I want you to know that I strive to. Well, just as we were preparing for this, President Trump announced his new tariffs. I'm going to tell you, I also dealt with this in Trump #1, and my feeling on tariffs is they are very, very problematic. And when I was interviewing President Trump's nominees that had anything to do with commerce or tariffs, I literally pled with them. And I said, if you do tariffs, please give small businesses a carve out or a longer ramp to get in compliance. Businesses can deal with a lot. They can't deal with unpredictability. Okay, Ukraine. I mentioned this just a little bit. Let me just, if it's not absolutely clear, I want to be really clear. From the beginning, it's been clear to me that it would be a huge mistake for Russia to claim any kind of victory. If we allow a dictator to invade a free democracy, I think it'd have been very different if we had everything that we offered Ukraine, we had done right up front and not just doled it out over a period of time. I know this one is causing tons of stress. And it feels like no matter what people say, so for instance, President Trump has said no cuts to Medicare, Medicaid, or Social Security, the people are uneasy. And so if we say, well, we're not going to cut defense, what you now have is a half of a third of the pie left. That is represents approximately $3 trillion of spending. And if we say that's all we're going to touch, we're going to take $2 trillion of that $3 trillion and cut it to balance the budget. We all know that isn't even possible. No matter what, we could fire every single federal employee, and that's not going to happen. And I think that's why the American people feel uneasy when they hear we're not going to touch those other categories, because you all can do math too and see that we have a problem. What I think is that we need to be more honest about having that conversation and what kind of cuts would they be and who do they affect. Now, tied into that are the cuts for that Elon Musk is doing. Musk is on his way out. I don't know if that's true or not. I can tell you that in my opinion, it got off to a really bad start. Okay, we have just a second. The one thing I didn't touch on was the Signalgate. Let me just quickly say, and they've called for an investigation by the Department of Defense Inspector General. I agree with that. I think America needs answers. I think this should go broader. I think we should ask, how long? Is this a new thing that's been happening? Has the intel community always been doing this? And off we go, and we'll come back and do these again.